Super welterweight title is your co-main event of the evening. Making his way into the cage is Maga Zurabov. Troy Gibson awaits, and Zurabov is in the grey and red trunks, and Gibson is in the all black. Your tour man in the cage, Decky Larkin, Phil Campbell, Noel O'Keefe calling the action.
Two of the nicest guys you could meet in MMA, but once they step inside, they flick the switch, become absolute savages. Maga right in, initiating the clinch.
Both fighters are used to winning, Phil. Troy is on a 3-fight win streak, Maga on a 2-fight win streak, so it's a habit that both want to maintain.
In his last fight, his first under the FAI banner, Troy Gibson showed some fantastic wrestling and positional control against Oscar Smigiel. Just as I say that, he changes the position, trying to get in on a single.
Looking to switch to potentially a double here. Maga trying to fight this off and not allow that second hand, and Gibson goes back to that single, Phil.
He's trying to fight that grip of Troy Gibson, but Gibson elevates the leg. Could try and run the pipe high on it, but again, chooses to land a nice little pot shot uppercut. Nice. Big knee by Maga.
Yeah, nice knee. He's looking to get out of town and circle off, but Gibson holding on to that leg. And for Maga, he's in a sort of an unfortunate position in the cage where he's got the 2 posts and a cage door, so plenty of posts to keep him pinned up against here for Troy Gibson.
Just reinforcing kind of the rigidity of that cage, but Gibson doing a good job just wearing on his opponent, trying to break him down, tried to run the pipe on the single. Good defense from Maga.
Exceptional balance by Zurabov, and lands a nice little knee on the inside, and looking for that Kimura grip on the left hand of Gibson, but Gibson connects the hands on a single and elevates that left leg again, but Maga pulls it down, and again, it's because Gibson is gripping behind the knee. It's allowing Maga just to push down. He needs to be a little further back on the lever to stop him bringing that leg back down.
Right now, Maga has reversed the position. He's the one wearing his weight on Gibson. And again, in situations like this, to the uninitiated, it may not necessarily look like a lot's going on, but it's one of the most draining positions, that 50-50 against the cage.
You're one mistake away from being countered or taken down and put in the advance the difficult position, essentially, and you have to watch everything you do in this area. Good
knee to the thigh there from Troy Gibson. But you wonder if this is within his game plan to initiate the clinch, to wear out because Maga is known for those frenetic starts, for really pushing the pace, taking it to his opponent.
You only had to see his last fight against Dennis Frimpong.
Fantastic fight.
What a fight that was. All action for the full 9 minutes, and he's looking to separate here, Maga. That was excellent work. He just pulled Gibson's arm and turned the corner. Nice footwork to reverse that position. But a real chess match in this position. Very difficult, Phil, to that point. As we always allude to, it's a 50-50 position, and it's a very difficult one for judges to score. It's almost like they need a stopwatch that, okay, he's in the position for that long. Stop. Reverse. Time again. So very difficult. In
the situations such as this, where it is very much 50-50 when it comes to the grappling, you have to start thinking about, did anybody do anything definitive that sticks out in my mind in that round?
That was just a short uppercut just on the bell, but very close opening first round, very difficult to score. So very interesting and close first round. It'll be different. It'll be interesting to see if the game plan changed a little. Both fighters, as you said, Phil, two of the nicest guys in the sport, smiling across, chatting to each other just before they absolutely knock lumps out of each other. You gotta love it.
Troy Gibson not only fights mixed martial arts, he's a coach in his own gym. Shout out to Shed MMA.
And Phil, in between rounds, you were telling me you'd like to see Gibson strike a little more. He's a former teammate of yours, of course. So
I know firsthand.
You're privy, that you have the knowledge of training with.
I know firsthand just how good his striking is. So I'd love the mixed martial arts world hasn't seen how good it is yet, because he does so well in the clinch and doesn't really need to do anything outside the realm of the clinching at the minute. But he does have vastly underrated striking.
He's in on that single again, but in the first round, Maga showed exceptional takedown defense and balance when one limb is elevated.
Fighting the wrist now. Doing a good job. I'd like to see, can't quite see, does he have to? No, he's going for it.
He runs the pipe and gets Maga down this time. Maga looking for a possible triangle, but Gibson is going to shrug these legs over to the right-hand side. And
Troy Gibson staying nice and calm, gets the head out.
I'm going to potentially get into side control, but Maga done well to get a knee shield back in there, Phil.
Yeah, Maga's not the type of fighter to rest on his laurels whatsoever. Constant, perpetual motion movement, trying to set up a triangle here. If he can get that leg free.
Just one foot on the hip and closed guard position now. So what can Gibson offer from inside the guard of Maga Zurabov?
Gibson needs to be wary of the hips here of Maga. He's trying to work for an armbar.
Yeah, Maga's not staying still on the bottom.
Gibson just needs to stay calm, compress and progress.
It's something you forget about. Well, not forget about Troy Gibson, but he's 7-1. That's a lot of experience in the amateur realm.
Yeah, 7-1, 2 belts. Has the Clan Wars, former Clan Wars welterweight champion, super welterweight champion. If he wins this, that's his 3rd belt. He said he would want to collect the Cage Conflict belt by the end of the year and then turn pro. So this is a young man who has it all mapped out. Big shots being landed here by Troy Gibson.
Maga trying to push off and get separation, but Troy Gibson not allowing that, just smothering any attempts that Maga has to push him off.
He's not giving him any space with which to work that triangle that he was threatening.
And will Troy Gibson in this position put his foot on the accelerator and try to get the finish? Maga looking for that separation, but again, Phil, Troy Gibson.
Maga, like a good independent woman, cannot be held down.
Nice knees on the inside, and you can almost see a little bit of frustration in Maga. He wants to separate, he wants this, and this is where Maga will want to throw. Potentially tired from the grappling, and he looks a little laboured in the shots, but he gets the back of Troy Gibson here.
Had a big teep from Troy Gibson, but as you say, takes the back, gets the takedown.
Takedown of his own, looking, doesn't have any hooks in, just has that body lock on, and Gibson fighting hands, and
both these fighters so evenly matched. Another takedown could be big here for Maga, but he chooses to strike. Big uppercut, and again. Again, super close round, though. Both these guys had advantages in the clinch and the striking. All to play for going into the 3rd.
Big 3rd round, you got to feel is needed here for Maga Zurabov, and mutual respect shown by both men. And I think the DJ likes this song because he's letting it play on.
As the DJ going for a pint, we can't quite tell. Maga is in on the takedown. Again, a lot of this fight has taken place in that clinch position. Again, the most tiring aspect and element of mixed martial arts.
Zurabov, you got to think he needs to separate, and it's almost like Troy Gibson has lulled him into this fight. This is where our fight is taking place, but Zurabov maybe needs to alter and change where the fight is taking place and stick it in the open field in the center of the cage, because so far it seems like Troy Gibson is winning this battle within the war.
Oh, big takedown again, yep.
Just had that body lock and took away the balance of Zurabov. And Troy Gibson is in half guard here.
Solidifying that position, just keeping the hips nice and low, being heavy, wearing on Maga.
You pointed out, Phil, the titles that he's already got, and that's experience that you just can't get in a gym.
Oh, it's money in the bank.
Veteran of the amateur game here, Troy Gibson, and he's showing all that experience here at Cage Legacy 13.
Again, just with the presence of mind to land enough shots to keep himself honest, staying in the dominant position without being stood up by the referee.
And you got to think, throughout the fight, he's never really been in danger, Troy Gibson.
No,
he's nullified anything that Maga Zurabov has really tried to do, and he's going to wake up pretty in the morning.
Just implementing great wrestling and shutdown jiu-jitsu, because Maga's a very, very dangerous opponent with really solid grappling, and for Gibson to be able to shut that down.
Frimpong, absolute savage in the jiu-jitsu world, and Maga shut that down to earn the victory. But tonight it's a different opponent and different look, and Troy Gibson just seems to have really taken the momentum and is taking over this bout.
It's just enforcement of a game plan. Just not accepting anything Maga's trying to do and implementing everything he's trying to do. Again, those big shots from Troy Gibson. You can hear them here in our broadcast position. Does Maga have a Hail Mary submission in the chamber? Constantly trying to move the hips. You have to give him credit.
Constantly moving, trying to do something, but Gibson just is going with it.
Yeah. Lesser people would have just accepted the position, but
get again, separation. Yeah.
But
Gibson
add a shot to the chin, then to the body.
This is what Maga needs. He's bought the lotto ticket. Will his numbers come up? And surprisingly, he engages.
Yeah.
And this is what I said at the start of the round. It's almost like Troy Gibson was lulled him into, this is how we have to fight this fight. 10-second clapper, and that's it. That was time.
Fantastic fight from both guys.
Laying down the trigger. scorecards. All three judges scored this bout 30-27. For your winner, the unanimous decision,